Hi, I'm Andres at ModernVivo. This is an accelerated walkthrough of our literature intelligence platform. There are two main features, the search builder and the search results. I'll show you both of them here quickly. Search builder begins by entering keywords you want to search for in the literature. In our case, we'll look for mice, GLP-1, and we'll also look for type 2 diabetes mellitus. We'll exclude certain terms that we're not interested in. In our case, we don't want to look at rat models. Once you have these, the tool will estimate how many papers are relevant, and then you'll move on to the extractions. This is where you can select up to 10 fields regarding information on animal background and maintenance, like animal age, chow, animal weight, and so on and so forth. Or you can select fields for experimental conditions, like protein and gene targets, route of administration, so on and so forth. Finally, we give your search a name, in our case, GLP-1 type 2 diabetes mellitus in mice. And then you can also select how many papers you want to search. This is useful if you have a budget of papers and you don't want to go over that budget. You can select fewer or more papers. You can also prioritize papers by their publication date or their citation count. Once you hit submit search, this will run in the background and the web app will do the rest for you. Here are the results. The first thing you'll see in the results are all the different papers that show up that are relevant to your search. If you forget your keywords or your extracted conditions, they're all listed here under this drop-down menu. Scrolling down allows you to see each paper, the source of that paper, as well as the publication date. For each of these, you'll see different fields of extracted information. If there are multiple studies, they'll be here in tabs across the top. Let me find you one. By clicking across the different studies, you'll see the extraction fields will change, as well as the assays and output measures. If you click on the paper details button, you'll also see a summary of the methods, as well as the results and author affiliations. Of course, you can always view the original paper on the publisher's website by clicking View Paper or Original Paper. We have a list of handy filters here that allow you to narrow in on specific papers. You can filter by models or drugs. Those are the same as these two tabs up here on the top bar, or by specific extraction fields, author affiliations, dates, or papers that have been cited in clinical trial publications. We also have a decision tree feature that allows you to filter papers by a line of reasoning. So you pick a disease indication, it'll show you which animal species were used to study that indication, then you pick induction factor types, the induction factors, the assays, and finally the output measures. And clicking View Papers will apply all those filters. Finally, you can look at clinical trials. So for any drugs that are cited in the preclinical literature, you have access to the clinical trial, the indications, the phase, as well as a link to clinicaltrials.gov. If you click on these, it'll take you to the website where you can learn more about these studies. Last but not least, you can also view regulatory documents such as pharmacology reviews, medical reviews, toxicology reviews, and so on and so forth. These are for all the drugs listed in preclinical literature. We have links here to access that data through the FDA. If you click on that, you'll find PDFs of those reports that you can read and learn more about. We also have a feature that allows you to view the literature as a whole and generate summaries for different models that shows you per extraction the most common choices, choice breakdown by percentage, and trends over time. For collaborative teams, we also make it really easy to export and share your data. By clicking this button at the top right, you can create a shareable link so anyone on the internet can view the results, or you can export the data in a flattened form as a CSV to do your external analyses. Thanks so much for listening.